my parents were Christian and still are Christian, and I'd always been going to church with them kind of growing up and everything, and I just remember like one day like laying on my like bunk bed at like my old house, whatever, I can't even remember how old I was, and I was like, I want to be a follower. I was like, I want to like just fully dive in. So I remember my way of communication with God was, I always, younger and stuff, I always saw God as this like far off like entity, and I was like kind of like praying out just like into the universe with this God that was like super distant, and like now I really kind of know and I really feel that like he's actually like really close and like right here, and I feel like his presence in a lot of ways. And so I talk to God more on like on a very personal level, as almost like I'm talking to like a friend or a family member. When I picture God, that's such an interesting question, because I think a lot of it has been, at least when I was younger too, was like this guy on the clouds sort of thing, like kind of typical like young way of thinking about it. But now I really like, I obviously don't know what God looks like, but to me I just picture him as like this encompassing being of like what a true friend is, or like someone that always has your back. I think for me, if there was one word to describe God, it would be love. Yeah, I think that's, yeah. I really believe in the Holy Trinity, God, Father, and the Spirit kind of all in one. So I think it kind of ties into the same question when I say like, oh, I see God as this like my like encompassing being of like a friend. I think that's kind of how I view Jesus as well. And I think, honestly, kind of, this might lead into a different question too, but I think when someone that really displays who I think Jesus is, I would have to say I can see Jesus in like my mom a lot, and my mom and dad a lot. And so I think that's kind of where I take that kind of, it's kind of like parenting mentor that walks you through life. And I think for me, what sin is, I like this question a lot because it's got so much weight to it, it's got so many levels, and honestly, like, I feel like there are things that I know are like sinful, and thinking the easiest way to say it is like not good or morally wrong. Yeah. But it's such like, sin can be this gray area, and sometimes I really don't know, and I think that's okay, Yeah, so I think with sin and like the way like God uses it and stuff, I think that kind of, for me, it ties back into like my one word to describe God is love. And I know that like even when I mess up, he still loves me fully, like fully. I could do anything and God would still love me. And that doesn't mean I should do whatever I want, but if I slip, God will catch me and like fully love me. And I also think it's important to note that he can also still love me, but like be sad. If I like hurt someone or I lie to someone and like cut someone deep, he can still feel broken for them. And even if I feel broken with me, but then still love me, Yeah. I think if you're accepting God to do whatever you want, to feel like, oh, now I can sin and slip up, like God will catch me. Like, yes, that's so fully true, and like God will. But I also think, and I encourage those people too to like, there are so many bigger and better reasons to accept God, and just know that he is also a security blanket where if you do fall, if you fall short, then God will catch you like 100%. But yeah, I think that's, if someone was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna accept God because now I know I can mess up and stuff, I'd say, well, yes, you can. But also, that's not the main picture, and I encourage you to dig a little deeper.